Hey guys, how's it going? It's been a hot minute, but I'm back, and today I want to talk about this hairstyle that I have on, goddess braids, the pros, the cons, how long it took to get them done, and what I think about it, whether I do it again, and if I'm feeling myself with these goddess braids. All right, guys, let me give you a bit of a look. That is how it looks from the back. I've got it half up, half down. All right, let's begin. So before we start, I just want to say I hope you guys are doing well, you're keeping safe and taking all the necessary precautions because this virus is very, very real. All right, so let's move into talking about this hairstyle, this little situation I've got going on here, the goddess braids. I kept seeing this hairstyle on my Instagram feed, on my Pinterest feed, and I was like, this looks like a little slice of summer. I think I have to investigate. So I found a place in Lagos that does this very well. It's the Flawless Faces by Jane Salon. It's in Lekki. I booked an appointment. Yeah, I went in and okay, first things first, let me just scratch my head small. It was a long process. This whole process took about 7 hours, but I think it's because there was only one person actually doing the braid. So if you do go and have this hairstyle done, I would suggest making sure that there's 2 or 3 people available to braid your hair, so you don't end up spending 7 hours getting it done. Okay, so now all about the process. These braids are a mixture of your usual expressions attachment, and then they use another sort of really, I would call it really wavy attachment, and they mix the two, and so they braided it, I guess alternately with the expressions and the curlier attachment. There were a ton of colors to choose from. I went for this auburn brown. I just felt it was very not too loud and just quite classy and simple, and I'm happy I went for this actually, and not black or blonde or something. This, I think, yeah, I would recommend this color. I like it. I'm gonna move in so you can see how it looks. Apart from it taking 7 hours, the lady who braided my hair was great. She didn't have hard hands. I would recommend you ask for someone who has kind of like, whose hands are not hard. Sometimes when you braid your hair, if you guys braid your hair, you know the feeling. They do it so tight, like you feel like you're literally getting a facelift as you're braiding your hair. Like it's like that wind tunnel Catwoman look, It's not time for a facelift yet, so you don't need to get a facelift. So definitely tell them if they're doing it too tight, like, a little bit too tight, could you know what I mean? Like soften your hands. So yeah, this lady, her hands were great. They weren't too tight. And the end result was this. So when they finished, they literally had to use bendy rollers on the expressions, because the expressions attachment is straight, whereas the curly attachment is curly. So if they hadn't done that, the straight hair would kind of be sticking out of the curly. So they used the bendy rollers on the very bottom to blend the expressions and the curly attachment, which I think that they did quite well. You can see the bottom. I did it like a week ago. It's getting slightly raggedy, but anyway, still looks cute. And yeah, so that was the entire process. Maintenance isn't actually too difficult. I would recommend sleeping with a scarf or an extra big satin bonnet at night, just so it doesn't get tangled, especially if you do it quite, like mine's quite long. And I've styled it. You can see there's edges are laid with a bit of edge control. And what I love about braids, I have to say, is that you literally wake up and you're good to go. There's no fussing around with like flat irons and got to be spray like you do when you're wearing a wig. It's very low maintenance hairstyle, but I feel like it goes with everything. And if they've recommended that to maintain it, that I should spray leave-in conditioner mixed with water. Yes, so mix leave-in conditioner and water in a spray bottle and spray it onto the hair, and that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions about goddess braids, do leave them down below. I would definitely recommend this hairstyle. Your girl is feeling herself. I feel like all my looks are a little bit more, va-va-voom with this hair. Yeah, so that's it from me. And if there's any video topics you would like me to talk about, please do drop them down below. All right, guys, please do subscribe as well. Do not forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.